She did potato. Today we are reacting to Beauty Within's simple daytime skincare routine. I personally love Beauty Within. It's hosted by Rowena and Felicia, and their entire channel is just aesthetic. Like, everything they do, they have a really nice set, everything is always really clean, they have amazing graphics, and they actually provide fantastic information as well. And while I do have more acne-prone skin and a different skin type, I really tend to trust a lot of their recommendations, especially when it comes to different beauty brands. And I really like the way that they break things down in a simple and approachable manner. It's like if brunch could be personified, they would be it. And I really appreciate that about them. So today we're gonna react to their skincare. And if you didn't know, or if you're new here, hello! My name is Cassandra Bankson. I'm an expert and I've been in the industry for over 10 years, and I've personally struggled with acne for over 15. I'm a medical esthetician, and although I've worked alongside and with both doctors and dermatologists, I am not a physician myself. That being said, I love analyzing, scrutinizing, and learning from other people's routines, and so that's what we're going to do today. And it looks like the routine is sponsored by Function of Beauty, and this video is as well, but as you know, I'm digging into the ingredients, I'm touching and playing with the formulas, and I'm looking at the ethics of the company to see whether or not it's actually worth it. So let's press play.
What are we saying? Hi beauties! Welcome back to another episode of Beauty Within. Today we thought we'd try something a little different. None of you guys have really asked for this, but we wanted to share with you guys our skincare, our makeup routine. So actually you guys have.
Yes, so we're gonna go through some of the products that we're using for our skincare and show you some of the new finds from Function of Beauty.
I was gonna say, I know that I've personally requested their skincare routine before. Function of Beauty, we're gonna check this out. Some K-Beauty. Tell me more. Tell me things. Take my money and my time. Thank you.
As you know, we tried their shampoo and conditioner, but they actually came out with some skincare, which is beautiful. Thank you, Function of Beauty, for sponsoring a portion of this video.
And as always, the best foundation for makeup is a plump, supple, glowing skin.
So let's get into our skincare.
This is so true. They say you have to have great skin to have great makeup. I think that great skin is subjective, and acne and other conditions can be beautiful, but if you want to have great skin, you need to make sure that you are nourishing your body and taking care of you, because you could be the most aesthetically pretty, you know, quote unquote, person in the entire world, but if you feel miserable and horrible and are malnourished and, you know, stressed out, you're not going to be able to be your best for yourself or others. So please don't forget your nutrition, your emotional health, self-care, well-being. That's what we're all about. But I love that they bring this into skincare as well, because it is true. All of these things build on each other.
So Ro and I kind of just woke up. So this is our unwashed faces. Okay, so
that's Felicia's unwashed face. She's so glowy. How does your epidermis stay this luminous so early in the morning? Okay, well, she's gonna share, so thank you. I'll just shut up and let that happen. I need answers.
Whipping the hair back. Ro already has her clippies, but this is another headband. You guys know we're all about. Did I put this on wrong? I put it on wrong. Okay, tell me why I look like a sushi master.
I love it too. This says, do you, and I fully believe in that. I as well always put my hair back. Let me do it properly. I always put my hair back before my skincare routine. I think that it is so important because you want to keep everything out of your face, and especially if you ever do your hair, if you ever try to make it purty, you don't want to ruin it. So yeah, pulling your hair back is always the first step. Have you seen those people who can wash their faces without pulling their hair back and it doesn't get like soggy and destroyed? I'm like, what kind of a species are you? You're a mutant, and I kind of want you to teach me your ways.
Okay, do you, boo? Or a tennis player. A ball catcher.
It's cute.
I didn't get that for a second. It says do you because the headband says do you. And fun fact, I actually recently got some eye patches that also say do you. You know how I feel about eye products, and we've actually done a video here on eye products that I don't hate. Fun times. These are supposed to be reusable and sustainable, and I am testing them out. They lift a little bit, but they say do you, and they make me feel cute. So look at this. I can do me all the way around. Whee! How many reminders do you need, Cassandra? All of them, obviously. I think this is just our new outfit for today.
So first going in with some cleansing. Normally for like a day routine, it's more of just a gentle wash because overnight you don't really do anything. anything.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just even go in with a cotton pad and some toning water
And just
and swipe it to get the oil off.
I totally agree with this. I really don't wash my face much in the morning or at all. And again, my night routine I am so diligent with. It is such a self-care routine for me, and the ingredients for me work so well for my skin. I'm not sweating overnight. I'm not, you know, running through fields and getting dirt and pollen on my face or environmental pollution. Why do I need to rewash it in the morning? That's how I approach things. But if they want to, or if you want to, if you get oily, if you sweat, that is your prerogative. Go for it. Is that an airplane? Oh, the airplanes.
do a little actual wash. Bing, blip. So I'm using the Scwanen Garten. This is the Korean German brand that we mentioned last time. So this is the antioxidant cleanser. Ding.
I'm so happy that they're re-mentioning this. They made me buy this. I still can't pronounce the line, but I ended up getting some of their products. I'm still testing them out and trying to formulate an opinion on them. But so far, I've been very impressed with the line. They had great things to say about them. They've made me buy a lot of things, and if you'd like a video on that, just holler at me. It is a really good one. It is gentle and it has antioxidants. I love that in a cleanser, especially because as you go throughout the day, you are exposed to extrinsic or outside external causes of damage to the skin. That can be, of course, things like UV damage from the sun. That is the largest producer of free radicals. But there are also things like pollution, and then intrinsic would be things like stress. And antioxidants can go on the skin. They can help with dirt, environmental pollution, a little bit of sun stuff. And that's one of the many reasons why I did get my hands on this Squanen Garden one. And when we look at the ingredients, again, I actually have the product myself. It is a very nice silky feel. This cleanser is super silky on the skin, and it also has willow bark extract, which can be transformed by enzymes in the skin to salicylic acid, which can be converted. But on top of that, it has other really good ingredients. Again, we have glycerin, which is probably why it's so soothing and hydrating. We have lichen extract. We have sodium hyaluronate, which is similar to that hyaluronic acid. We do have hydroxyethyl cellulose and lactobacillus ferment, super soothing on the skin. And again, a whole bunch of plant extracts, which again, I don't hate. I actually would highly recommend. Lavender oil is the only thing in here that I was a little bit concerned about, and that's why when I was first getting it, I was kind of on the edge about it. And then I actually tried it and I was like, oh, okay. I am actually really into this. So I will keep you updated on how it goes for my skin, but obviously her face looks amazing. And apparently that's what she's using today.
For me, I'm using the new Micellar Gel Cleanser from Function of Beauty.
Look how beautiful that bottle
It actually is so beautiful. And the cool thing about Function of Beauty skincare is that very similar to their hair care, your cleanser, serum, and moisturizer are fully customized. And between cleanser, you can choose between two types, the micellar and the jelly.
So this is quite interesting to me, and while I do agree the frosted glass bottle is absolutely adorable, you know that I care more about how it works and how efficacious it is. And again, I've only had my Function of Beauty products for about a week now. It'll probably be a week, maybe 2 weeks by the time I actually get this video up and on the internet for you to see this. But I really do like the idea that you are customizing your skincare, and it can actually change with you depending on how your skin changes in the summer versus in the winter. For me in the winter, again, I have acne prone skin all around, but I tend to need a little bit more hydration in the winter. And then in the summer, I do need more oil control, especially if I'm trying to go hydrated, but without looking greasy. So this looks like the same micellar water that she held up. However, these are going to be different because I put in the ingredients for my skin type, whereas she's obviously putting in the ingredients for her skin type. And she, it looks like, wears full coverage every single day, whereas I have been in a routine where I only wear makeup maybe once a week, if even. And obviously, our needs are going to be different because of that, and therefore what we get is going to be different because of that.
Like the shampoo, you also do like a short quiz to find out what it is that your top 3 skin concerns are. So I think I chose pore minimizing, evening texture, and just like hydration, and then they kind of formulate the ingredients according to what it is that you want.
Obviously, her needs are different. I said reduce shine, reduce breakouts, and minimize pores because that is specifically what my skin needs. And what was actually really cool about the quiz is that before you advanced forward, once you told them your little skin's needs, they actually showed you what ingredients they were recommending. The ones that they recommended for me were salicylic acid and niacinamide, which, big shocker, are 2 of my favorite skincare ingredients. I absolutely love these, and my skin tolerates them very well. So obviously I was super happy about that, and I liked that, you know, if for some reason those ingredients didn't work, I could technically go back and actually re-choose my little skin concerns or options to more accurately tailor what ingredients that I want in those products. Also, salicylic acid and niacinamide are excellent ingredients to mix together. Niacinamide is vitamin B3, it is water soluble, and it is very, very stable. It can be mixed with almost any of your skincare ingredients. Salicylic acid is an acid, but it can penetrate differently depending on pH and pKa value when it comes to cosmetic chemistry. And salicylic acid is oil soluble. And when you actually look at the ingredients that they put into my specific micellar gel cleanser, it is very interesting. It's like a micellar gel. So it's not a micellar water, but it's like a gel, and it doesn't foam up a ton, but it gets a little bit creamy. And then the serum is actually a very non-sticky, kind of a lightweight, light touch, so it absorbs into the skin well. And they have ingredients that do work for my skin. So from that perspective, I've been quite impressed.
Ooh, this cleanser is like so watery. Dry cleansing. So basically dry cleansing is when you just use your cleanser straight onto your face.
That is so true. A lot of people who use micellar waters actually use them as a first and only cleanse. They're used to remove makeup, and with micellar waters, you just go on with nothing. Whereas with other cleansers, they usually work better if you emulsify them with some water in your hand or if you get your face wet first. But again, because this is a really cool formula, it is a micellar water, you can go in just on dry skin. You don't have to, and obviously you should add water throughout using it and mix it up and rinse it off. But so far, again, it's only been about a week for me at the time of filming this, but it is actually a really cool formula. It's a really cool experience since, yes, skincare is self-care, and the ingredients were tailored to me, which I love from an ingredient perspective. But I will continue using them and seeing exactly how well they work.
And usually the like really gentle cleansers work really well, especially gel and the micellar type, because I feel like that's how they're designed to be used, right? Micelles just pick up the oils.
So I really like that they mentioned this. They are different types of micelles, but essentially they are these little balls. They have polarity, and they can go around grabbing oil and dirt without overly stripping the skin. Again, what I liked is that I was able to take my quiz and actually tell them, like, I use makeup none times a week, or like one time a week at most. And it was really cool because it was formulated to not have to remove makeup, and then, you know, to target things such as my acne or my redness or my breakouts and my pores. Some people have complained that it's a little bit expensive, and I totally understand and respect that. But I feel like the skincare line especially, they're doing a really good job with, because it's $24, $25. And I don't feel like they're gouging you on products at all, which very much appreciated from my face's perspective and from my wallet's perspective.
It's best to use a cleanser that's not too stripping and not too drying, just in general, but I think especially in the morning. So if you have like gel type, very gentle, very hydrating cleansers, it's like the best to use in the morning.
I do agree with this as well. If you do feel that you need to use your cleanser in the morning, totally fine. Antioxidant or vitamin C would also be good in the morning. Try to avoid any, you know, super harsh acids or exfoliating cleansers in the morning, because exfoliating before going in the sun is not a good idea. If you have acne, definitely choose something with benzoyl peroxide or something with salicylic acid. Now, one thing that I do just kind of want to point out and quickly, you know, kindly disagree with, because again, we're allowed to have different opinions. There was a little pop-up that says, fact, gel type cleansers usually have skin-friendly pH. This is true, but like every single cosmetic product should be pH balanced. If you are using cosmetics that were created with cosmetic chemistry, they're going to be balanced to work for your skin. If they're an acid, they might have a lower pH so that they can work. Some might have a higher pH, but they should be pH balanced, quote unquote. The skin is naturally at around a 5.5, and anyone who says like, oh, pH balance is kind of a marketing kind of ploy, it is true, but it's also like, okay, every single cosmetic company can claim that, because unless you're literally out here putting direct acids and chemical peels on someone's face, or just such alkaline, you know, formulas that are so soapy and stripping, they are meant to be pH balanced. So that is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine, but that is okay. It's obviously not their fault. It is a good fact to kind of put out there into the internetosphere. But yeah, I think that that's something that you deserve to know. And when you see it, you could just be like, ah, ha, ha, I see what you did there.
Okay, so I'm using the Peach and Lily. This is the Glass Skin Veil Mist.
So good.
Right here. So as you guys know, I've been in love with mist forms of toner. And let me tell you,
just take a shower in it. Why not? This peach and lily one, I'm actually not familiar with. I do want to check out the ingredients because I know that they do have a lot of good products, and this one is only like $30, so at least it's not gouging you. The only peach and lily products I think I've ever used are some of their makeup items, which were pretty good. This says glass skin on tap anytime, a little bit of spray. Let's see exactly what's in it. Oh wow, so the first ingredient is actually cucumber water. We know that water is the universal solvent, and it's basically, you know, the first ingredient in almost any and every single product. But especially in a lot of K-beauty, we don't see water as that first ingredient. We actually see fruit extracts or, you know, fruit waters, and this appears to do that. We then have regular water, we have glycerin, we do have peach, lotus, budrock, licorice, which could be good for someone who struggles with pigmentation. I also like that we have ceramides in here, specifically ceramide AP, and shea butter. This actually, seeing as it's in a spray, it's probably a very, you know, lightweight feel, but I could see this being very hydrating to the skin. There's also ceramide NS, ceramide AS, we have hyaluronic acid. Your skin makes both ceramides and hyaluronic acid normally, but if you add more, it's just giving your skin extra hydration, an extra boost of moisture, an extra bit of protection. Absolutely, I actually really like this, and I am going to add it to my ShopTaker account so that I can see when it goes on sale.
I just saw a squirt go into your eyeball.
And it goes into my mouth, and it's quite sweet. And you know what I think it is? Maybe the peach extract. It's so good though, because it's so lightweight. So this one has lotus, cucumber, and peach extract, which is, I guess, peach and lily's key ingredient. And I just like it because it's also not sticky.
It looks like a really good product, but disclaimer, I don't believe that Beauty Within recommends eating your skincare products, and I definitely do not recommend eating or ingesting your skincare products. That is all.
Oh my god, yours looks so dewy.
It is. So I'm going in with Then I Met You's Giving Essence, and my goodness, my skin is already glowing.
Yeah.
So in here there's black chokeberry, there's galactomyces, which we know is brightening, and red algae. The way that I understand it is just like antioxidant punch.
In a bottle.
Yes, and it leaves your skin so glowy and so dewy.
This brand is a little bit pricier, but I have seen them a lot at Sephora, and I've been interested in getting my hands on them. Then I Met You seems like a really cool product, and again, she kind of said antioxidant punch. I love that in a toner or in an essence. I think that's wonderful. When we actually look at these ingredients, the very first ingredient is Galactomyces ferment filtrate, so very soothing to the skin. We do have Aspergillus ferment extract filtrate. We have Saccharomyces ferment filtrate. This is excellent. And you know that I don't want to, you know, pay for overpriced skincare. Based on these first three ingredients, these are expensive. They are hard to come by. They are hard to make. Very hydrating, very beneficial and supportive to the skin. This is worth the $50 in my personal opinion. I mean, we have propanediol, which can really add some slip or be a penetration enhancer. We have niacinamide, which is vitamin B3. We have polyglutamic acid. We have glycerin. We have a whole bunch of extracts. We have allantoin, licorice. Again, if you're okay with some of the fruit extracts in here, such as the mango, the blueberry, the eggplant, this is a really fantastic option. I am also going to add this because this looks amazing. And also, like, look at their faces. Like, they just look so supple. They look supple, not moist. People don't like the word moist, so supple. How about that?
And then this, as with a lot of the essence toner serums that we have, you can layer many layers on if you would like.
Yes. And what's the difference between essence and toner? Not much. It just depends on the name. So don't feel like they're two completely separate products. You kind of just like use them in very similar ways.
I'm so glad that they bring this up because yes, we have done a video explaining the exact differences between essences and toners. When one is hydration, when one is treatment, when to layer them, when to use them separately. Open this in a new tab, save it to your watch later playlist, and then thank yourself. And then use the information within it to thank your skin.
Moving on, we have serums. Bing! Okay, so I'm using the function of Feli. So this is their serum that I made. So I wanted evening skin tone. So they have azelaic acid, which is my favorite kind of ingredient for hyperpigmentation and just evening out redness and like acne marks. And then there's also smoothing. I wanted like smoothing hydration. So then they put yuzu extract. And then to minimize my kind of big medium pores around here, there's artichoke extract. And it just has this kind of fresh cucumber citrus fragrance. But it can also be fragrance free, similar to their shampoos, of if you don't want any dyes or you don't want fragrance, you can choose to opt out of that.
So again, she definitely does the pores, she definitely does the hydrating. I like that she has azelaic or azelaic acid in hers. Mine is again the niacinamide and salicylic acid, but I like that she brings up the fragrancing component as well. You know that I don't hate fragrance in skincare. I don't think it's the devil. I have done a video on it right here. However, yes, I did get all of my Function of Beauty products to be fragrance free. They don't smell horrible either. Because sometimes with fragrance free, like you can tell that it's fragrance free and it almost, you know, lessens the quality of an experience that you're getting, kind of like diminishes that, but this doesn't. And again, you know that I care more about the ingredients and their impact on skin rather than just a bottle, but the bottle is pretty cute and the formula is really, really soft, really, really soaks into skin well. Now, I don't know about hers. I tend to trust their reviews, but my skin, my body different. So I always have to keep that in mind when I'm shopping for myself, knowing that I have acne prone skin and that, you know, I'm going to have different needs than she does just because she cares more about pores and hydration. And I'm like, hello, help me with my acne and help me with my scars. Thank you.
So it's a super lightweight serum. You know how after some serums it feels slightly oily, but this one just kind of absorbs
it blends really beautifully into your skin. Yes.
I love that she brings that up. It is a really lightweight serum for me too. It does blend in super nicely. I'm actually going to use it underneath these little eye patches that I've had on all freaking day. That's kind of how these eye patches are used, and that's why I like them, is because they're sustainable and they're supposed to be able to be used with just your serum or moisturizer. But as you can see, they definitely give me wings. So trying to figure out what I can do to kind of hold them down. Like, is it my face shape? Is it that my products aren't sticky enough? Is it because they're laying flat, like in the box, in the tin they lay flat? So maybe could you have them on like a curved surface, you know, kind of like eyelashes? I am testing them out. I will let you know how this goes. And again, it's been about a week for this, but I'm testing it out and I will continue to let you know how it goes. But overall, very impressed by the price and by the formula. And again, the absorbability. Really nice, not sticky, but primes the skin well for what's to come next.
I'm going to be using Goodal's Green Tangerine Vita C Dark Spot Serum. This is like a cult favorite, cult fave. And I generally like using vitamin C in the daytime. And this serum, feel it.
Ooh, it's like a gel.
It is. It's a gel serum that applies very nicely and also blends very beautifully into the skin. It's a bit more viscous, I would say.
So I am not familiar with this green tangerine product. I've heard of it mentioned before, but again, haven't looked into it, so let's do so. For 21 bucks, it doesn't seem bad. It looks like it is a Korean beauty product. The one here is from either Yes Style or I Like Style Vana. You can get it at too. It looks like it does have tangerine extract, butylene glycol. Ooh, we have a lot of ingredients in here. A lot of them are good, such as green tea and licorice and turmeric, amazing. The only thing is that, holy crap, with this many ingredients, I do start to get concerned because hello, the truth is that the more ingredients are in a product and the more ingredients you're putting into your skincare routine, the higher chance of reactivity or having a negative reaction you're going to have because there are just more variables that you can't control for. And when I actually look at this, I do see bergamot fruit oil. You know that I don't hate fragrances in skincare and not all oils or essential oils are bad. Some are very helpful, but bergamot is one of those that really the only reason to put it into skincare is for a scent component. So okay to the scent, but we have tangerine, we have lemon, we have citrus. I just would not risk the $21 for this on my skin. But again, I haven't tried this yet. And if someone is not sensitive to fragrances, to essential oils, to plant extracts like that, this is a decent one. Just make sure that you are patch testing. Again, with any product, you should be patch testing to make sure that it's not going to cause anything bad to happen. But again, the green tea, the caffeine, the jojoba esters, this does look like a pretty fun product if you are okay with it. And obviously it works for her.
And I like that, especially for my oily skin, that after it, it's not like thick already.
Yeah.
Because that is the point, to get to a moisturizer or sunscreen stage and not feel like I have 5 layers of skincare on me.
I'm so happy she brings that up because I feel the same way. If I feel like I'm wearing a mask of skincare, whenever I put a moisturizer or a sunscreen on, it starts to pill. So if your sunscreen is pilling, be sure to make sure it's not the products underneath your sunscreen that are actually pilling up. You could forgo certain steps of your skincare routine for sunscreen, by the way, because sunscreen is often put into a moisturizer or a lotion type of suspension. If you didn't know, now you know.
Moisturizer.
Moisturizer.
Ding! So of course, all of the function of, you can choose your own name. I chose potato just because I've gotten so many function of rose before for my hair care that I'm like, let's just do potato.
Yeah.
I love that she did potato. I did function of sisters because that felt authentic to me. And fun fact, I was actually talking about eating potatoes with some of the beautiful butterfly community yesterday at 1 a.m. We have a little chat area with servers on the internet, and yes, we send photos of our cats and our skincare routines and of us eating potatoes, raw potatoes, back and forth at 1 a.m. But I love that she put that on there. I put sisters and she got the moisturizer, but I did not. For me, I just got the cleanser and the serum. But when I actually look at the moisturizer and the price of it on Function of Beauty's website, it is $44, so it's a little bit more expensive, but based on the ingredients, based on the fact that it's customized to you, I actually don't think it's that bad. But let's see what ingredients are in hers.
So for moisturizer, I'm using this cream, and they also come with gel, which is the one that Phil got. There's a lotion and there's a cream. So for my skin goals, I chose Hydrate, which of course comes with hyaluronic acid, and there's also blue-green algae. Algae in general is just a very hydrating. Imagine just like seaweed fluttering in the sea.
Yes, but then fluttering onto your skin.
I love this visual. Yes, seaweed and algae are amazing, but not only for their hydrating properties, but for their wound healing properties, scar healing, yes, even helping with acne. I've looked into medical papers and research papers on this. Algae can help with combating free radical oxygen species. A lot of people are afraid it's gonna break them out, and again, everyone's skin is different, but the comedogenic scale is kind of a lie, and there is medical papers and research papers to back up that it is helpful, especially for acne and wound healing. So if you wanna see that secret video on where I discuss that, you can go see the scientific breakdown right here. You're very welcome, my friends.
Anyway, and then I also wanted to brighten, which has vitamin C and tangerine extract.
That's so interesting. Yes, so once again, it's kind of like depending on your skin type. I got the gel, which is true gel, and yours is like true cream.
Yeah. Bling ding. I'm just gonna put on my face before it dries out. Ding ding.
So for the gel, I feel like it's super lightweight. It absorbs really quickly into the skin, kind of like you would expect any gel consistency moisturizer. And it does leave this kind of like this oily, nourishing layer on the skin.
I love that Beauty Within actually does swatches on their channel. I as well try to swatch things because I don't know, as a consumer, I want to see how they actually feel and work. And I love that their channel is one that I can go to and know to expect that. It's always so appreciated because they give me the close-ups. I'm like, yes, this is the content that I subscribed for. This is also the first time that I'm seeing the textures of the Function of Beauty moisturizers. I like that they do have those two different, textures. That's actually really cool, and I appreciate it. And again, my favorite product so far is probably the cleanser because I've only gotten these two. I would recommend them. The thing is that you need to make sure that you are getting products that would work for your skin, that you're filling out that quiz correctly in order to get the right ingredients for you, and kind of like double check and just make sure that you're like, oh yeah, that ingredient seems good for me, or I'd be willing to give it a try. Choose fragrance-free or non-fragrance-free, and I feel like I'm ready to go back and maybe get the moisturizer as well, because I kind of feel like I would appreciate that. Apparently, there are 3.1 billion formulations and combinations possible. I did not know that. I know that they are cruelty-free, they are vegan. I know that they kind of go along the same lines as the hair care, saying that they're non-toxic, no parabens, no sulfates, and again, you know how I feel about those claims. And I want my products to be efficacious and ethical, and at least especially on the ethics, these ones are. But I think my favorite part is the customization, and especially that you can customize these for the season. So if you go to winter and you're more dry, you can say so. If you go to summer, you want something hydrating but not oily, you can say so. And that they actually are able to tailor that to you. Especially if you wanted to switch like between the two moisturizers they have, if you want to go from the watery one to more of a cream one, that is something that I appreciate. And skincare is about consistency. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I feel like a company that actually tailors products to you and allows you to carry through that, it's pretty cool. And again, the most expensive product here that I am seeing for Function of Beauty at least for me, was the $49 serum. But based on other skincare products that you see out there, I feel like they're not gouging you, which I do appreciate. And then you can save $10 or whatnot, or you can bundle them together, I guess. What is this? Buy 3, save $20 is what my browser is saying to me.
But for right now, I need something a little bit more creamy, like a more lotion, but not as like creamy as her ones, which is why I'm using the black rice, the Haruharu Hyaluronic Cream. So this is just to say that it's more depending on your skin's needs at like any given point throughout the year, or like from month to month, week to week. Okay, so this cream that I'm using, I'll kind of like toggle between gel moisturizers on days that are a little bit more hot, and then these creams for ones that are more. And as you guys know, I love the Haruharu Black Rice Toner, but this is their cream, and it has that same, like, because it's the fermented black rice.
I know that she talks about this all the time, and again, this is another one that I have been wanting to get my hands on. The ingredients do look really good. It's $34. It seems pretty darn great. Again, the main ingredients are oils, so I think that's why it leaves kind of this sheen to the skin, but I really love the rice extract. I love the hyaluronic acid. I love the amino acids. Haven't done it yet, but maybe I should. Maybe I will. Only time and my wallet will tell.
It's almost like skin-like. You know those moisturizers that don't leave it oily? Please introduce your sunscreen.
So sunscreen is the most important anti-aging step in our skincare routine.
This is true. SPF is your BFF. Use it every damn day, because without sunscreen, everything else in your routine is futile. The question is, why is it in this little Ziploc bag?
And you also want to maximize the use of your product. So this is actually the first sunscreen bottle I've cut in half, or like first any skincare product I've really cut in half, and it is pretty cool.
You can tell she likes this one.
I love it. And you actually realize there's so much product still left in here. Like, I can still use this for a week.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've only seen people do that with their toothpaste.
And if you guys couldn't tell what brand that was, it's Neogen's sunscreen that we've talked about before.
But it's that texture that makes it so pleasant to use.
This is a really soft touch sunscreen. It does have a lot of those hydrating ingredients, but you know, kind of leaves the skin feeling like primed or like a primer. Again, it does have the orange and lavender and a little bit of lemon. So if you're sensitive to, you know, some of those ingredients, you might not want to use them. But overall, it's a great protector. It looks like it goes onto the skin very nicely. It has cetearyl alcohol, so a little bit of that slip, some glycerin, some betaline glycol. Active SPF ingredient looks like the zinc oxide. Fantastic. And for $30, not bad.
Just using the Purito Centella Green Level Safe Sun. This is like the original one and still going strong. I love it.
I'm so glad that she loves this. I actually have this one as well. All of the influencers that I love this, and it just wasn't right for my skin. Maybe my skin is too oily. It gave me these little bumps like a little bit underneath the skin, just like closed comedones that never really turned into full-blown whiteheads. It was just a little bit too greasy for me, and I would recommend, if you have dry to combination, if you have oily skin, borrow it from a friend or test it out first, you know, or just throw $14 at it. It's not overpriced, so it's okay. But yeah, I'm just sad because it didn't work for me.
Affordable, it goes on with no white cast, it's smooth, it's like those sunscreens that make you want to apply sunscreen,
yes,
which is the biggest key to finding a sunscreen.
Yes, the best sunscreen in the world. It doesn't matter if it's mineral or physical. It doesn't matter about what the main ingredient is. It doesn't matter about fragrance-free or not fragrance-free. The best sunscreen is the one that you are going to use.
If you guys want to try out Function of Beauty's new skincare line, it's actually really cool that they fully customize and custom blend your cleanser, your serum, and your moisturizer compared to other brands that would just pair your profile with an existing product.
Yeah.
They're actually customizing everything.
And so if you guys are interested, just check the link in our description box in which you get an early access and get this cute little headband. 'Cause do you, boo?
Similar to them, there is a code right down there that not only gets you a free headband, but it also gets you 20% off if you would like to save money on either one product or a bundle of them. Again, I'm going to continue testing these out. So far, I am quite impressed. This is definitely my favorite. And like they said, it's not just, oh, pair your face to something they already have. It's actually custom blending each formula to your skin. And you are able to check the formula before they do that and make sure that that active is something that you agree with or that you like. They are also dermatologist tested, which I think is important because not all brands, speak to physicians and experts about their products. And they do have international shipping, which was not a requirement to mention, but that, the beautiful butterfly, what's in its wings is actually a world map. The whole reason that the logo is what it is because I believe in beauty without barriers. And just the way a butterfly goes from a caterpillar to a butterfly, we all go through a transformation with our skin, right? That's what the butterfly stands for. And I love brands that have international shipping because, like the international butterfly community, we are not confined to a certain border.
So now, let's scuttle over to do our face.
I love the way they film. I feel like I'm hanging out with them in their bathroom, which I really appreciate. I love spending quality time with people, and having that feeling makes me very happy. And having a good silky serum on my skin makes my skin feel very happy. And yes, like they said, you do you, which is why we create these reaction videos, because I want people to get educated, to be entertained, and to be empowered by the knowledge of skincare so that you can make conscious consumer decisions based on what your skin actually needs. So you do you, boo. If you want the free headband and 20% off, help yourself. Also, I will keep you updated on these. Again, I love the concept of being reusable and eco-friendly, but I feel like I have to use them a little bit more before I can actually make a decision on them because, my face shape is maybe weird or maybe I'm not using them properly. I will look into this. Overall, I do recommend the cleanser, but I'm going to continue testing both of these for you. I want you to remember to always turn and learn your products, start to understand them, get comfortable with them, be a critic and a skeptic about everything, make sure that you are taking care of your skin because it takes care of you, and always remember to be beautiful both inside and out. I've linked the Beauty Within video below because they also go through their daily makeup routine, which is really fun to watch. I would highly recommend it. And of course, make sure that you subscribe and hit the little notification bell because it helps the YouTube algorithm. And with no sweat off of your back, just a little bit of work from one of your appendages to like that like button ensures that other people can get educated, entertained, and empowered by this content as well. So the links are right there, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.